we kind of knew early on that we would want children, and we've tried testing and to figure out what was wrong, and pretty much we're left with no real answers. So through that process, I mean, at our age, we were in our 20s, and friends are just all having children, and it was a very rough time for us, and some dark days there. We felt like God wanted us to have children some way. So Jenna's brother Seth went through out in Colorado. They'd adopted 2 children, and so we ventured down that road of Ethiopia. And when we were getting to those points where it was like, okay, any moment we could be going, then it was, nope, court shut down, the government's unsteady. It was all sorts of different things. So we kept with the process for 3.5 years, and just kept trying at that process. And it finally it got to a point where we had we were actually going to Colorado for a meeting with one of the directors of the Ethiopia program, and she'd pretty much explained that, you know, there's no guarantees, and it's still pretty messy over there. So she pretty much told us, you probably should think about switching. And then a couple weeks later, they showed us a video of a girl from India that if we could switch and get all this stuff changed over in a matter of a week, they needed home studies, they needed all this stuff, that it would have been a miracle to even get it.
Children Home of Ohio in Worcester did it.
Yeah.
In one day. They switched our home study from Ethiopia to India.
So that last day, I just remember hearing from Jenna, and she says, we need a miracle, and it just happened. I've met with Fred Brown quite a number of times, and at the moment I remember thinking, there's no way God has a plan that He's making us suffer like this. And I just remembered being able to sit down and talk to Fred, and he a lot of times didn't have an answer for what was going on, and it was just comforting to be able to have people that would back us and just talk to us. Can you tell Jono what you learned at church?
Tell him your verse.
Can you tell me first?
Do you remember?
God,
Trust.
trust Him with all your heart, trust your friends.